Hello guys, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can establish an emotional stability and intelligence, so emotional stability and emotional intelligence, so that we can convert our thoughts better into our surrounding environment, which, as you may know, sometimes might be very difficult. In the meantime, we'll also be looking at what mistakes we actually make. Now, in the beginning, what I would like to mention is that one of the most important things that helps in a really good emotional and expressive state is peace, the state of peace, being in the here and now, thinking only about the single moment that is now. There isn't any difference, there isn't any future, there isn't any past, it's only the now, because the past is information from experience that we can use now. The future is a probable experience which we might guide ourselves towards now. And it's from that perspective, it's only information. So the only thing that matters is the single moment that is currently happening, which is why the focus on it is essential. Why do I mean that? Because mostly what we want to do is experience previous good experiences. When we have something, when it's something new, when we've been so thorough in an experience that has brought us such a huge excitement, we usually want to go back. But we can't really repeat it, we're just looking for replacements. And the reality is that that moment has been so strong and so expressive for us and so helpful because we were in the moment, we were synchronistic with our environment. So the idea here is to focus on how we can be in the moment and synchronistic with our environment, which means listening to what it's saying to us, listening what the moment is about. What we naturally do is just wanting to push ourselves forward and push through all the objects, all the problems, all the tasks that we might have, so that we can just push through and get the result that we want. And mostly because we're so insistent, it's interpreted in a negative way. But the real reason is because we haven't actually listened to what the current moment is about. And our surrounding environment always has guide, let's say, about what it's regarding. If we just listen, and really for me it was just enabling my ears to listen, because it's just so easy to focus on the moment when you are listening and accepting what's happening in front of you. We don't really need to show off, we don't really need to push anything. Once we accept what's happening and enter the film of the opposing side so that we can be synchronistic with it, we can actually achieve far greater results than we would actually do if we insist on what we're supposed to do, what's supposed to happen. And we've all had experiences where we're actually synchronistic and with other people, and we all know how strong the result is. So why not simulate that synchronicity by entering the state of the individuals that we're having interactions with? So it's just about us letting go and accepting what's happening. That's pretty much it. And the peace is what helps us understand what's happening, because we're not actually looking towards how to enable an opportunity. We're using the opportunities that exist at the moment. And every single situation can be adapted in the specific direction that we wish to experience. It's that simple, but we still have to allow it so that we can allow the other people that we're interacting with, or objects, it doesn't really matter what it is. As long as we allow whatever it is to be whatever it is and have that experience of whatever it is, and I really want to underline that whatever it is doesn't really matter, because we're the ones that are going to focus it. The experiences that we have can help us in the direction that we're looking for. It's just that we need to look into it deep enough so that we understand what it is, and that's really the truth of what I've experienced. I do believe that there are other solutions, but that's actually the strongest one that I've had, because it's the most fun, because you don't actually create a resistance because of your insistence on what's supposed to happen, what's how you want it to happen. You don't actually focus on your preferences, or rather not preferences but insistences. You're actually living in the moment, and you're getting all the positive perspectives from that moment, and that's something that I really feel like is important for all of us. One reason, because we're allowing the other people to be themselves. We're not pushing them, we're not resisting them, we're just allowing them to be whatever they want to be, and at the same time, when we're doing that, we have the ability and are allowed to be whoever we wish. And it's just an expression. We should understand that everything is just an expression, and since we are all different in different ways, it's a different expression from every person, object, whatever it is, underlined. And now it might sound stupid. I don't think the message is really strong enough, or I'm not really able to send it strong enough, but us allowing everybody else to be who they wish to be is the strongest power that we can give somebody, and we can achieve, because we're all reflective. If we allow someone to be himself, they will in turn allow us to be ourselves, and when we're accepting, we're being accepted. That's pretty much the way it is. It's really anti-logical. It's exactly the opposite of the direction that we're usually going, but it's the results and it's the truth that I've discovered, which is why I'm sharing it with you. Normally, our insistence is the problem. There are other words that come up, but not in English. I'm really sorry about that. It's really about us not being provocative to our environment in order to push it to do what we want. It's more or less to give it the opportunity to do what it's going to do in any case, so that there is no resistance. And when there's no resistance, there's no happiness. Really, that's my experience. You can share what your thoughts are. I'm feeling that there's a lot of information that's missing, which is why I would really love for you to share your experiences, your feedback, your information, what you have to share. We can even do a video if you think it is useful and you have something to share. So feel free to do whatever you please. Did you see what I did there? I'm joking. And like, share, subscribe, whatever you find useful or whatever you find intuitive, however you find it. I'm grateful for your time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.